guys, welcome back to the Crochet with Kelsey channel. If you're new here, my name is Kelsey. I am a crocheter, small business owner, pattern designer, and content creator. Welcome to the channel, or if you're not new here, welcome back. In this video today, I am going to be sharing every single pattern that I made in the month of April. So on a personal note, if you have been watching the channel, you probably know that my wedding was in April. So in my head, I was thinking that I really wasn't going to be able to make that many plushies, but it actually turns out that I made more than I expected, and there's some really cool patterns that I'm excited to show you. I was able to design my own patterns a little bit as well. So yeah, back to the married thing. I am married, so I had my wedding and then I took a week-long honeymoon, which I didn't bring any yarn or hooks on, so it was just a week without crochet. So I was really thinking that I wasn't going to be able to get anything done, but I ended up really surprising myself. And I'm really excited for this new chapter of married life. And as always in my pattern roundup videos, I'm going to be linking all of the patterns down below in the description so that you can also make these patterns if you find one that catches your eye. So let's go ahead and dive into the patterns that I made last month. So the first one that I'm going to be showing you, I'm sure you've seen it all over Instagram, all over YouTube. It is viral for sure. I actually applied for this tester call and I didn't get chosen, but that's okay because I just bought the pattern as soon as it came out and I was really excited to make it because it is really cute, and it is this little sleepy baby dragon from Nook's Hooks. So I'm sure you've seen this little guy, but the pattern actually surprised me because it looks pretty simple, but the way that it's constructed is actually like in one straight piece and then you fold it all up, and it's not what you would expect. So it really surprised me. Like I thought it was gonna be, you know, just like a simple pattern, but it's actually something that I haven't really seen before. So I really enjoyed making it. I like to challenge myself by trying different patterns, and this one was definitely something new. So I highly recommend it. It is super cute. The only thing I will say is that I'm not sure how market preppable these will be, because even though it's small, it actually took quite a while because unrolled, the body is like maybe this long because it's the head, the body, and the tail like all in one part. So it took longer than expected, but I wasn't mad about it because it's just a cute little make, but I'm just not sure that people would be willing to pay more than like 30 bucks for this. That's probably what I'll price mine for, but it probably took me about, I don't know, it's been so long since I made it, but I do remember thinking that this might not be a preppable pattern, but it's really cute, and if you're able to price your crochet a little higher, I think it is totally worth it. So highly recommend. I definitely want to make some more of these in different colors, and I used my baby bear and Posh stash to try to get rid of some of that yarn that I've had kind of hoarded for a while. And another thing that I love about this pattern is that it doesn't need safety eyes. You can just embroider little sleepy eyes on, which is really nice because sometimes I get really stressed out trying to find eyes for a pattern because I either have to make them or try in a bunch of different sizes of safety eyes if I'm just using like the black ones. If you're interested in it, it's linked below. So the next two patterns that I'm going to showcase are actually original designs from me. If y'all watched my YouTube video 2 weeks ago, I kind of showed like the designing process with them. And first I made my little forest book buddies. I really like the way that these turned out. Surprisingly, like most of my bookmark patterns have been pretty successful, but surprisingly these haven't really been doing as well, which is fine. I think they just maybe need a little more time to, you know, warm up in the algorithm and everything, but I should probably post more about them. But these are the little forest book buddies. So there's a little bear, a little mouse, a little frog, and a little mushroom man whose little top can pop up. These guys were a lot of fun to make. They're really quick makes as well, so each of them probably would take about, I'd say 30 minutes maybe, 30 to 45 minutes if I wasn't writing the pattern as I was going along. But they are super quick, and like I said, they're bookmarks, so you put them in your book and they kind of like hang over like that. And I actually have a really cute idea for a reel that I want to make with these, where I'm matching each of the book buddies to a book on my bookshelf that I would use it for. So be sure to keep up with me over on Instagram if you're interested in seeing that in the future. So I know that those are like some smaller makes, and I don't even know if they're considered plushies really, but I'm going to count each one of them as a plushie for my total plushie count. The next little pattern that we have, so this was my Patreon exclusive pattern for the month of May. I kind of wanted to get all of my loose ends, like for May for Patreon, kind of taken care of before my wedding. I made this little guy last month, but he's so cute. So this is my little Crumble the Monster. He's made in Feels Like Bliss, and he's super fuzzy, and he has this little cookie, and I really like this one. Like, I know it's a simple pattern, but it's just really cute, and sometimes you can't go wrong with adding a little tooth to your plushie. So I've seen some of the plushies that my Patreon members have made with this pattern, and they're absolutely adorable. Like, every single make I've seen using this pattern has been so cute. So this one is available on Patreon only, so if you're interested in getting this pattern, you can go find it over there. I know it also looks really small, but that's because I used Feels Like Bliss. If I would have used chenille yarn, it would have been a lot bigger. So if you watched my video from last week about testing some of the patterns in Zach's new book, Itty Bitty Amigurumi, you probably have seen some of the plushies that I'm about to show you. I'll just show you again because I want to. So with my wedding coming up, I decided I wanted to make like a little something for my bridesmaids as a gift, like that's personal and special. So I decided to make them little heart plushies from Zach's new book. Here's one of them that I made, but I didn't like the color. The rest of them I gave away, but this is the one that I still have, so I'm gonna sell this one because I decided to make all of them in a red yarn instead, but it's still really cute. So I made a total of 6 of these little guys. And I think in my other video, I said that they work up in about 7 minutes. So if you're looking for some really easy, either keychain patterns or just market preppable patterns in general, I would highly, highly, highly recommend this little heart from the Itty Bitty Amigurumi book. And that book is not released yet. I believe it is releasing on August 10th, but the pre-orders are already open. So you can go ahead and place your copy and get that shipped to you right whenever it releases. So up next, I'm going to show you some more patterns from the Itty Bitty Amigurumi book that I had made last month. Again, if you watched my other video, you've already seen them, but if you watched that video and you're watching this video, just pretend like you haven't seen them yet. So I got a shipment of Zatty Crafts yarn in, and that is like a splurge for me because the shipping to the United States is a little expensive, and that's kind of why I don't gravitate towards that yarn. But the quality is amazing. Like, it really is one of the best yarns that's on the market. The price point is just a little higher, but if you're in like Australia, I don't know if shipping is cheaper to other countries, but I decided I wanted to make Zach's patterns with Zach's yarn to make it even more special. So that is exactly what I did. So I kind of looked through the book and saw which patterns I had the colors for. And so here are the ones that I ended up making. So the first one is Kelsey the Cactus. So this one is actually named after me. I had the pleasure of testing Zach's book for him, and I made some of the patterns in there, and he named some of the plushies after people who helped him test. So it's an honor to be named after this little wait, I'm not named after the cactus is named after me, but that would be really funny. But this one is so cute. It's a great little market preppable pattern, as are all of these little guys from this book, but it's just a cute little cactus, and it has the beautiful little flower on top, and it like sits up perfectly, so it's perfect for a desk or any other flat surface that you'd like to put it on. Then I made my little lizard, also from the book. He's super cute. This one was made with just 2 different colors, and luckily I got 2 different greens in my yarn order, but I think he's really cute. He'll probably go in like my $12 bin. I also like that with the Zatty Crafts yarn, it looks a lot bigger than when I crochet with like my normal Himalaya Dolphin Baby yarn. And I feel like that means that you can probably sell them for a little bit more if you wanted to. So just keep that in mind. And also whenever the yarn is a little bit more expensive, I do tend to charge a little bit more anyway, just to kind of make back what I was spending on yarn. Then I made this little Jake the Snake. I think he is just absolutely magnificent. I love the body shaping on him. This was a really fun one because it's like one of those mindless patterns that you don't really have to think about because you like, you know, make the head and then for so many rounds it's like the same round over and over again. Which I love, which is a great one for if you're like watching TV or like listening to a book and you aren't like fully locked into your crochet project. But I think this is the first snake that I've ever made. I don't usually gravitate towards snakes, but this one is really cute and I liked that it had a little curl to it. So that was the third one that I made. And then I made this cute little elephant. This one is Allie the elephant. I mean, I have no words. It's adorable. It's perfect. Everything is crocheted in one piece, like you don't even have to like crochet parts in, like these are just part of the round, which I really love and I think it's really special. So this was one of my favorite ones for sure that I've made from the book so far. So whenever you get the book, highly recommend putting this one on the top of your to make list. And then last but not least, we have this little seahorse. So this is Hege the seahorse, named after my girl Crafted for Comfort, and I really think it's adorable. It's so cute how the little tail curls up and it's all again crocheted in one piece, and the method that he uses for like curling the pieces, there's no sewing required, like it's actually written in the pattern. They're very easy to follow and you know, you don't have to put like a ton of concentration and brain power into them, and sometimes that's exactly what I want. So yep, that's little Hege. And then I made another one that I gave away as a gift. So the lady that was officiating my wedding actually loves squirrels, and so I made the little itty bitty squirrel pattern. That one is called Zack the Squirrel, and it was absolutely adorable. So I'll put a little picture up here. For context, she really likes squirrels. So I was like, oh, this is a perfect little gift for her. And she seemed to really like it, so that was fun. So I had been trying to think about a way that I can incorporate a plushie into my wedding photo somehow. Like, I just wanted to have a few like pictures with the plushie because me and Nick took these really cute engagement pictures where we brought a little fox plushie because my last name is now Volpe, which means fox in Italian. So it was actually his idea to bring that little fox to our engagement shoot, and the pictures turned out so cute. And you know, I was able to kind of share our love like with the crochet community, which is really special because sometimes it's kind of hard to cross personal with crochet and vice versa. So I decided I was gonna make another fox. So this fox was really special because it was, you know, with me on my wedding day. I'm going to keep it and it's gonna always remind me of one of the most beautiful days of my life, and it already just has so many memories tied to it. And I think it was a great way to incorporate a little bit of myself, my personality, my hobbies into my wedding day. So I was looking and looking and looking for a fox pattern, and there were none that I really like wanted for this. Like, there's a ton of cute fox patterns. I've made a ton of cute fox patterns, but for some reason none of them were fitting like the vision that I had. And I decided to do this like a day before some of my friends came in town to stay with us before the wedding. So I don't think that I had a lot of time to create my own pattern, which normally I would have, but you know, it was like a last minute little thing. So I was talking to my pal Millie over at Red Mills Crochet. I really love one of her body styles that she uses. I've made quite a few things in this one particular body style. And so she gave me the go-ahead to use her body style, but I kind of incorporated my own color changes and ears and nose and other little details. So I'm really, really happy with this one. Like I said, like I know it has like a lot of sentimental value to me now, but I don't know, it's really cute. And I think you just need to see for yourself. So this is a little fox. So like I said, it's made with Millie's little body style that you've probably seen me post quite a few times. and it's like, seriously, it works up so quickly, but I decided to put my own little spin on it, and I knew from experience that this body doesn't take very long to make, so that's why I thought it was a great idea, because I knew I would be able to get it done in time. So I basically started out the head the same as like her little Stardude pattern that was one of her Patreon exclusives. I kind of just like did my own thing from there, like probably from like this, maybe the whole head is the same actually. I actually think it is, and then I think that I just added on the snout and the ears and obviously added like some color changes, but this fox is like, I love it so much, and it sits on my desk now, and every time I look at it I think about how happy I was on my wedding day. And I'm happy now, don't get me wrong, but it's just like a sweet little reminder. So I really like this one. Dare I say it's my favorite of the Roundup. Like, there's definitely a lot of good patterns in here, but like I said, this one has a little bit more sentimental value. The rest of them I'll probably sell. So yeah, that is everything I made. Surprisingly, I made a total of 15 plushies in April, and I know the little itty bitties and the bookmarks are kind of smaller patterns, and they obviously don't take that much time to make, but you know what? They still count as a plushie. And I'm really happy that I made the video with the Zatty Crafts yarn featuring his new book before I left, because now I have a lot less market prep to do. I have a total of 6 little plushies that I'll be able to add to my like $10 or $12 bins. So I think I'm pretty set up. In my vlog next week, I will start the market prepping process, which will start with like looking at all my inventory. I haven't done a market since December, so I have a lot of inventory that's built up. So let me tell you the total number of plushies I've made this year. So sorry, let me correct myself. My math was wrong. I forgot to count the bookmarks and my total plushie count, so I actually made a total of 19 plushies this month, which I think is maybe the most plushies I've made of any month. So I don't know how that really happened whenever I was pretty much MIA for a week. And like I said, yeah, some of them are small, but they still count. So that brings me to a total of 63 plushies for 2026. So yeah, in the vlog next week, we're going to be looking through the inventory and kind of seeing what I need to make, and then I'm gonna start making some stuff. But I'm honestly not too worried, because like I said, I've made 63 plushies since my last market, and it's definitely not like I sold out or anything. But I'm really excited for the market. It is a new one that I haven't done before. It is called the Boho Market, and it is actually at Clyde Warren Park. So if you're familiar with the Dallas area, that's a park like smack dab in the middle of downtown, and there's food trucks there. There's always a lot of people there, and I'm really excited. I really hope it goes well, because I really need to get rid of some of my plushies, because I have so many. And it would also be nice to kind of make some of the money back that I've spent on yarn and other things. So yeah, that's all the patterns I have for you for the month of April. I've already been crocheting a lot of plushies since I got back from my honeymoon, so I think May is going to be pretty decent, especially with all the market prepping, and I'm probably gonna have to prep some of the smaller patterns. Like, I know I probably need to make more keychains and claw machine items and mystery boxes, and now I'm kind of getting stressed. So tune in next week and we will look into my inventory and see what else I need to make. I hope you guys saw a pattern or two that you liked from this video. Again, all of the links are in the description below, and if you enjoyed this video even a tiny bit, please be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.